Here's an old Lasko Fan. I think I paid 20 bucks for this one earlier this year, late spring, early summer. This was one of those Facebook porch pickup deals where you leave the money in the mailbox and they set it out on the step for you. The guy said that it ran good, but it didn't. When I plugged it in and ran it for the first time, it was making the kind of noises where you just know to turn it off immediately. And took it apart, cleaned it out, oiled the bearings, which really, in my opinion, the whole motor just needs to be replaced, because you could see really heavy wear spots on the motor shaft where it rides in the bearings. And so much so that when you start the fan up, you can actually see it kind of wobble around in there. It's got so much play in the bearings, and then once it builds up speed, it kind of straightens itself out, and then it seems like it would be okay, but it's still just really loud with a lot of vibration. And yeah, it's not really functional for any practical purpose, not until I get the motor replaced with something straight that runs halfway smooth anyway. But yeah, it's a really cool looking fan. I got as far as repainting the front grille, and I sandblasted the blade. I'm not really sure if I want to paint it yet or not. I'll probably leave the teal turquoise as is, I don't know. But this is as far as I'm going with it, at least until I get a new motor for it. I was just about to pack it away for the winter and figured I'd do a quick video on it, because probably not going to see it again for a while. And honestly, I don't know if I'll ever get back to trying to restore this thing. I'm not sure yet. I have to see how next year goes. So that's pretty much how the front looked before repainting, but the front grille just had a lot heavier rust on it, it seemed like. Here's the plug for it. I'm not really sure I trust that plug either, so whenever I get around to replacing the motor on it, I'll just pretty much do a complete overhaul. The stator is really worn out too. So that's not good. Pretty much all of the components in the motor had really heavy wear, and you could tell that the fan has definitely put in its hours. That's for sure. Probably more than it ever should have, but we'll turn it on so you can hear what I'm talking about. So it's gonna rattle like crazy for the first few seconds, and then it'll kind of straighten out and it'll run good. Then when I shut it off, it'll rattle again. But okay, there's the switch. Here's on. I gotta hold it there, it's gonna slide around on me. Kind of get a sense of that, how that wobbles in there. You can really see it when I start the fan up. Just look at that hub when I turn it back on. As it's rattling, you can see how much it wobbles in there in the bearings. So that's what's going on with it. Can't really do anything about that other than replace it. It's a pretty strong motor though. Moves a lot of air. More than any modern fan with plastic blades of that size. So yeah, I think that, you know, in the 1950s or whenever this was made, I mean, this was probably par for the course as far as quality goes, but man, they just don't make them like they used to, that's for sure. That's the vintage Lasko. I like the old label too. That's cool. Not sure what the model number is. If I can find out, I'll post it in the description. Thank you for watching.